What's up everyone? YC here. This week I made about 60k from day trading US stocks. So here is a quick weekly recap. We will check the charts and see some setups and go through where the money actually came from. On the right side is a chart from my trading platform. On the left side is Kinfo, a site that verifies US stock profits and losses too. On Monday pre-market and at the open, I did not wake up early to trade. I came back to the desk later and I saw a few names moving, so I took 2 or 3 quick trades. The result was not very good. I lost 3 grand, then I stopped for the day. Since I was late to the screen and not fully logged in, I did not want to force more trades. You can see that on Tuesday I made about 21,000 gross. And after all costs were deducted, the real net was about 19,500. Day trading comes with different costs, like borrow fees, commission, and execution fees. The Kinfo profit number is after those fees, so it is closer to what I actually get. Then Wednesday was a pretty painful day. At the high of the day, I was up almost 40k at one point, and it was only around 5:30. Later, more stocks came out with news, and I also traded around the open. After that, it got choppy, so I gave back a lot of profit, and ended net around 23k. The next 2 days together made about 18,000. So 5 days total nearly 60,000 in profit. Now let us check the charts and go through my actual trades. I usually talk with you guys about the news behind these stocks, but this week was pretty strange, because many of these runners had no news. A lot of them were already active before 7 AM Eastern Time. They were already moving around 5 or 6 in the morning. Some even started right at 4, right when pre-market first opened. So this week, being early really mattered, and the scan had to be active very early. Tuesday, the first one was WNW. I made about 15k. It started ripping around 520 and suddenly moved straight up. For this kind of stock, I usually follow the move long early. That is where the momentum is fresh and the risk reward is cleaner. Once it starts to break down, I stop trading it completely. You can see later on it dropped more than half, then chopped sideways until the open. After the open, volume picked up, but it had already run too much in pre-market, so it was hard to break higher again. It stayed near the low area. For me, the best trade was the early frontside move, not the late chop. Next is Wednesday's crazy runner. I made 20k in 5 seconds. The ticker was PETZ. At 4:01 exactly, it jumped from 2 to over 7. So it ran over 500% in a minute. I bought 5,000 shares near $2 and sold all near 5 plus quickly. I locked it quickly because a spike like that can reverse instantly. So that pre-market wick was not bad data at all. It really traded up there. The only reason I see is that shorts had stop losses sitting above. When price hit that level, it triggered a fast chain reaction. When shorts all got squeezed hard, price shot straight up instantly. That is why stops above can create explosive candles in pre-market. Another stock I traded that day was the MWC. You can see pre-market was up about 380%. During the early uptrend phase, it gave a lot of clean chances. Since I was already up 20k, I could push a bit harder in this one. These 3 were the bigger trades, buying here and selling into the push higher. Then one trade was here. I entered here and sold above, and another one was buying here, then selling into strength above. Once it started dropping, I stopped. I was trading the front side only, and I did not want to fight the backside. Some may ask why I did not short it. I do short normally too, but borrow was very costly this week. For this one and WNW, pre-market borrow was very high, so I did not borrow shares. If I wanted 5 or 8,000 shares, before I even took the trade, I might have to pay a few grand for it. When I am not fully sure the short is right, I will not take that high cost just to borrow shares first. Later it faded all day, but the best chance was early. Then later that day I gave back money in random names, about 15,000 total. That was not clean trading, so I hit the brakes and stopped trading completely. Once I noticed I was giving back too much, I cut myself off. That day I gave back some profit. The other 3 days I left near highs. That is important because trading is not just about making money when the market is hot, it is also about keeping the money when the market gets messy. On Thursday I traded more names. Most of them were pre-market trades. After the open, I only took 1 trade, which was AIIO. After the open, AIIO hit a trading halt. After it reopened, I shorted here, then covered here on the drop. Simple trade, clean exit. Then on Friday, I'm usually more patient, because Monday was a market holiday. Some people may take Friday off too, and leave early for a trip, so Friday could be very slow. I bought LFS once, then I did nothing midday. A KTX had a bigger move, but I did not touch it. Sometimes no trade is also the right trade. I waited until after hours then when I checked again, I saw one called TKLF and took a short trade. This chart here is LFS. I mainly traded this front corner. At the open, nothing looked that good to me, so I left the desk and did other things. After hours, TKLF suddenly ripped higher. It pushed up fast, about 50%. I shorted near 2.9. Then it came back down. and I covered all near 2.3. I shorted about 5 to 6,000 shares, then covered in parts here. It was a nice surprise. On Friday I thought I would finish with 3 or 4 grand, but a late setup came out of nowhere, so I ended near 9 grand that day. 60k this week. The main lesson is to attack clean setups, wait for forcing trades, and protect gains when the market gets messy. That is it for this trade recap. See you next time.